Hello and welcome to the February 11th edition of this 24 Hours in Bitcoin, presented by intro-to-cryptos.ca. First off, this is not financial trading advice. This is my own trading journal of what I expect Bitcoin prices to do in the short term. You can pause the video and watch the disclaimer there. Bitcoin price news today features this potential bull flag that may mean a continuation of green candles throughout the weekend. Hi, my name is Doug, and be sure to subscribe and click the bell icon so you don't miss tomorrow's episode of this 24 Hours in Bitcoin. As usual, we're going to start off with the long-term view, and then we'll zoom into the 4-hour bar and the 1-hour bar to review the RSI, on-balance volume, and MACD indicators each day. Then we'll close out with a look at how Bitcoin compares to Ethereum, Litecoin, and the rest of the alts to see how the whole market is going. So first of all, I want to keep a perspective of where we are compared to the long term and check out where we are compared to the 200 period moving average. We are way below it, still a long ways away. And I want to zoom back to time where was the last time we were that far below the 200 period moving average? It was after this breakdown here in 2015, and we're kind of building a new bottom formation, maybe much similar as we saw in 2015. So if that's the case, we can expect a lot of sideways action before the next bull run starts. That means we're going to look for some short runs up, some top formations, and a short run back down to retest these levels, and then a short run up, and we'll watch for top formations and a short run down over the next few months. It's not going to be big, long trends as far as my plans are. And in 2015, I was planning for the big long run, and I wasn't trading for the short sideways market. This time, and we're in a similar situation, I'm going to be trading for that short sideways market. So that means when I zoom into the markets now and we start looking at the 1-hour bars, we can see that just the other day I was predicting prices would go up to these levels for a few days, and finally they did pretty much exactly right up to where I said they were going to go. Now I'm expecting that prices are going to go the next stage up and help us finish out that 1, 2, 3 bottom formation. Let's zoom out a little bit. 1 month view. So here we have, I gotta turn this volume off, it's too noisy. We have the 1, 2, 3 bottom formation right here, and that created our number 1 point over the larger 1, 2, 3 bottom formation. And we had like a double number 3 here. It really sat on this spot for a long time. Great support and resistance levels. Now we've come up off of that. My anticipation is that we're going to do the next stage up to these levels here before we go sideways. And it'll be a spike up similar to the size that we just saw right there. So now what we're looking for is details to corroborate that. We want to see, for my own part, I don't do RSI the same as I see other people doing RSI. I really only make sense of it when I see a divergence from prices. And a lot of time they say there's support and resistance in the RSI, and I don't know. It doesn't jump out at me to match my patterns unless there's a divergence from prices, and that's not jumping out at me on this one. If I go over to the on-balance volume, this is a little bit more favorable, where we're seeing less selling pressure, but still no big buying pressure coming in. How did it work last time? Selling, 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 a little buying, selling, selling, selling. All of a sudden, buying just whooshed in, and it settled back. So we'll have to wait and see if that turns out to be the same thing here with the on-balance volume. And then we go over to the MACD indicator, and this one is giving us a little bit better feel of the bottom. And as soon as this histogram is starting to come up, these moving averages are crossing over, and we're getting the MACD indicator to be coming up above this 6-8 level here along the side. Then I think that's going to be corroborating that prices are indeed breaking out. And of course, at that same time, we'll see that prices will have breached this and be heading up. And they'll all match together. Those are the things I'm watching for. And then, of course, we always want to see how Bitcoin is doing versus all of the other alts at the same time. So if I take these all to a 4-hour view, and then I can compare them to see how they're all going, because they often match together. And I am seeing Ethereum building to go higher. I am seeing Litecoin accumulating to go higher. I don't see that these are on their way down. And it would be a good practice to go through Bitcoin with these same three indicators. Check out the RSI, check out the on-balance volume, check out the MACD indicator. Then do the very same thing on the same time frames for Ethereum and Litecoin. And you'll see that they'll all have similar matching patterns. And that is that it's bullish. The only one not playing bull is Stellar. Still angling down, still lower lows, lower highs, not giving us a turnaround feeling here at all. And then finally, to wrap it up, I want to compare against what's going on with the rest of the cryptocurrencies. And every day at 6 p.m. on the other channel, you can find a link below, we do this live stream where we're going over 50 different cryptocurrencies and we see how they compare against our trading methodology to give us a sell signal or a buy signal. And then we chart those for all those 50 currencies and give us an average of how bullish or bearish the market is. So recently the bearishness has slipped off, but the bullishness hasn't picked up yet. So we've gone into a neutral phase here, but at least it's neutral and not crashing down further. And we'll update this chart on a daily basis so that we can compare how the alts are doing versus Bitcoin in the long term. And I'm going to zoom back out for one more minute to this long-term view and give some sort of idea of what I'm thinking is going to be happening over the months. And we'll see how this plays out as time goes on. First of all, we're going to be coming up, recovering. We're going to continue all the way up to about 5,300. And I think we'll have a top formation here. And a big drop down, probably lower than this chart's letting me nicely go. And then we're going to be building from there, stronger, and then down again. And during this time, alts are going to be going up, 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 up. And as soon as this happens right here, Bitcoin is going to be bottoming out and starting its trend. That's when we're going to see alts all topping out, and Bitcoin is going to be taking off on its longer trend, and the alts are going to get squished down at that time. So these are the waves that we're watching for over the next 6 or 8 months as things play out. Bitcoin up and then down, alts moving all the way up for another 4 or 5 months. They'll top out as Bitcoin starts to really trend up, and then they're going to go on another 8-month trend down or something like that. Anyway, I'll sign off for today. Fantastic to have a few people along in the live stream. More people watching it as the day goes along. Awesome. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning, and I'll keep it as brief as I can. If you're interested, go over to our Discord chat because I do talk about this stuff all day long. I really love it. Ciao for now. Good luck in all of your Bitcoin trading.